You are not bad at goals, you are just addicted to starting. You love January, new goals, new plans, new energy, but finishing? That's rare because your life has no rules, it runs on your moods. You act when you feel good and you disappear when you don't. So January feels powerful, February feels shaky, and March deletes everything. Not because you're weak or broken, because your system is built to fail. In this video, I'm giving you the exact 365-day game plan that I use to stay consistent with my work, my health, my channel, and my body. Even on boring days, even when I don't feel like that person. Not a to-do list, but a simple, powerful system, one that makes quitting impossible. First, let's understand how people actually lose a year. You don't lose a year in big moments, you lose it in tiny ones. You skip one workout, you miss one work session, you break one promise. Your brain doesn't say, okay, we'll do it tomorrow. Your brain says, see, this is who we are now. And that's the real problem. Most people don't quit because the plan is hard. Most people, they quit because they miss a day and then feel shame, fear, and then guilt. So to avoid these feelings, they disappear. You don't need more motivation. You need rules and a game plan that protect you from your emotions. Now, step 1 decides your whole year. Step 1. Decide what winning actually means. You think your problem is discipline, but it's not. Your problem is that your life has no targets. So every morning you wake up thinking, I should do better. But better at what? Health today, money tomorrow, routines next week, confidence after that, then everything. Always. The truth is, you are busy, but you're not building anything real. Because when everything matters, nothing actually moves. So here's the rule that changes the year. Pick only 3 wins for the entire year. Not 10, not fix my whole life. 3 outcomes, if you actually live them, would make you say, this year, damn, it changed my life. For me, it's my YouTube, my health, and my healing. Now, write them down and visualize and see yourself living them. Then, read them every single day and write them down again and again and again. Because your life doesn't move toward what you want. It moves towards what you think and do repeatedly. If you pick more than you can handle, you are just lying to yourself and your brain knows it. Now, you have direction, but step 2 is what makes it real. Step 2. Turn goals into non-negotiable rules. Most people ask, how do I stay consistent? But that's a wrong question. The real question is, why are you still negotiating with yourself every morning? Every time you ask, do I feel like it? You give control to your weakest version. The truth is, some days you'll feel powerful, some days lazy, some days empty and tired. So, you stop deciding daily, you decide once. You don't say, I want to get fit. You say, I move my body for 30 minutes every day. You don't say, I want to build my career. You say, I do 60 minutes of focused work on weekdays. You don't say, I want peace. You say, I meditate 15 minutes daily. Goals feel good, but rules change your lives. Your brain is built for comfort, not for growth. Rules remove debate, no mood check, no internal argument, just pure action. Now comes the moment that usually breaks people. Step 3. What to do when you fall off. Here's the difference between people who win a year and people who keep restarting. Winners miss a day and reset. Restarters miss a day and label themselves as, I knew it, I'm not consistent, I'm not productive, or I'm not that and this. And that one miss becomes a week and then a month and then a year. So here's the rule. Never miss twice. That's it. If you miss a day, next day you show up. Even if it's tiny, 5 minutes also counts. But you don't just move on blindly. You ask, what actually made me skip? What is the smallest step that I can take right now? What will I change so this doesn't happen again? The next step must be so small that you can't lose. Because the goal isn't today's productivity, it's protecting who believe you are. The truth is, you don't quit because it's hard. You quit because one bad day becomes your identity. And that stops now. But most people lose the year in another way. They drift quiet. Step 4. Weekly check-in. People don't lose the year in one day. They lose it because they don't notice that they are slipping. 1 week goes, then 2, and then suddenly it's June. So once a week, you sit with yourself for 15 to 30 minutes. You write down what worked this week and what didn't, and one change that I'll make next week. And then rate yourself from 1 to 5 on energy, focus, consistency, courage. This isn't to judge ourselves, it's literally data. Your brain lies when you're emotional, but data doesn't. If you don't check your life weekly, you are letting the year decide your life. Now, we have direction, rules, resets, tracking, but the final step is the real shift. Because your years aren't won by goals, they are won by identity. Step 5. Build identity with proof. Most people try to feel like a new person first, but that's backwards. You don't think your way into a new identity. You act your way into one. Identity is built the same way confidence is built. Evidence first and feeling later. One workout says, I am disciplined. One focus session says, I am serious. One comeback after a miss says, I don't quit. That's how identity changes, not by thinking, but by doing. After a few weeks, something shifts. You don't need more motivation anymore. Your brain starts saying, this is who we are now. Motivation fades, but identity stays. Now remember, this year isn't about doing more, it's about becoming someone who doesn't disappear. Not the person who starts strong, but the person who stays. When it's boring, when it's messy, when no one is watching. Most people don't fail their year, they quietly walk away from it over and over. But this time, don't do it. And if you're committing to that version of yourself, come in 365. And if you want to see how I actually reinvented and rebranded my whole life in just months, watch this video next.